Hey guys, this is Brian.
This is Jim.
And we are going to bring you an episode right now that's going to have some explicit content.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to have some four-letter words, probably some serious topics.
Yes.
Some adult
topics. Yes.
Yeah.
Things that like your grandma.
Or children, or your priest.
They probably shouldn't listen to this.
Maybe even your spouse.
It's possible. We just wanted to warn you guys up front that those things are going to be in this episode. So if you have any of those other people that we listed around, just kind of, tell them to go away.
Just push them out of the car.
Yeah, get them out.
Dude.
Nothing but fun, wholesome, family fun going on in the studio today. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Dude What Movie Review Podcast.
Dude, what?
I am one half of the hosting squad, Mr. Brian Sumner. Sitting across the table from me is the beautiful Jim Miller. Say hi, Jim.
Hi, Jim.
The voice does not match with the description that I gave. We are coming to you from the 2420 West Studios in a very pleasant Evansville, Indiana. It's very nice out today.
It is nice.
You were sitting on our patio at our patio table under the big umbrella waiting for me to come out, and it was very nice, wasn't it, Jim?
I was enjoying myself. Sitting there getting a post ready for the day. Mm-hmm. Because, nothing really big going on today. But
Nope.
Just
It's another day.
somebody's birthday.
Somebody's got a birthday today?
Yeah, it's you.
Me?
Meathead. You. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Again, like I
birthday.
said, just another day. It really is just another day.
It's not just another day, man.
Yes, it is. But thank you.
When the skies parted and the gods begun to walk among the earth.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's very
You're-
dramatic.
You are the audio god.
Oh, okay.
Of
Let's not
Dude
get it.
What?
Yeah, I'm the audio god of just this podcast.
Of this podcast. Yeah. Well, happy birthday, man.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Sorry I didn't get you anything nice this year.
I don't want anything, Jim. We've been over this. I don't need anything.
I know.
I buy my own crap.
I know.
You can tell in the studio, I buy my own stuff. But thank you for the birthday wishes. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. We're going to have a fun-filled day today. We're going to cover a film that I've never seen that I should have already seen. We'll get to that here in a little while. Jim, how you been, man?
I'm good, brother.
Yeah?
I'm good. Kids are going back to school.
Oh, yeah.
That's been nice.
Have they already started going back, or are they getting ready to?
Yeah, they just went back last week,
Nice.
actually. So took the day off to take the kids to school,
Right.
and we're dropping Annabelle off at kindergarten.
Nice.
And, Nora's in second grade now, so...
I know you have kids. I
Yes.
know you have kids.
Yes.
But it always slips my brain, like just the little details like this.
Yes.
And then it always just reminds me, I'm so glad. my
Right,
kids
because you're
are
so
grown.
far removed from...
I am. I really am.
This season.
Yes.
Yeah. The Miller household is a lot of changes have been happening. And,
Right.
This last week was the first full week of school, so all the emotions have been felt.
Right.
As the kids have gotten tired and kind of...
Getting back into the swing of that.
Kylie had her good little... I was proud of her. She didn't do the whole snot fest I thought she was going to do. Dropping the kids off, but especially Annabelle. But it was one of those that, Annabelle was pretty trepidatious about going, and I think it was kind of cute, actually, the way things happened, a couple days before we ended up taking her to school, because one night, put the kids to bed, and she comes into my room a little bit later, and she goes, "Daddy, can I ask you something?" I was like, "Yeah, sweetheart." She goes, "How do you make friends?" And I was just like, my little, at that moment, I'm like, because at first I was like, "You need to go back to bed," but then I'm like, "Okay, come here, kid." And so I
You're
just...
like, I'm the last person to ask.
So I made up a story about how you should be able to, basically. So yeah.
I could send you a link.
I just basically said, sweetheart, when you sit down next to somebody you don't know, you just need to look over and say, "Have you ever heard of the Dude What Movie Review Podcast?" That's how Daddy makes all his friends.
Shameless. So shameless. I thought you were going to do like an ultimate callback with Annabelle. And she'd be like, just look at the person sitting next to you and say poopy.
Say poopy.
For those of you guys who don't know what that means, you're going to have to dig in the archive for that one. Because that one, I don't even know where that one's buried at, but that's some funny stuff from back in our archive.
Yeah.
Some Jim Miller moments with his kids.
Yeah, they're hilarious. It's been good. It's been a good rhythm to get back into.
Nice.
For me, because They're a little more organized.
Right.
Kylie's a little more organized, which means my life naturally becomes a little more organized because summer is done. So
Right.
Yeah, man, how you been?
Oh, tired, exhausted, same old story, rinse, repeat kind of thing. It's getting to be that time for my kid. I guess
Your
I could say
baby?
adult kid,
Your
my
baby.
baby. Yeah, my daughter Addie, she's 18 now, enrolled in college. Well, we're recording on a Saturday. She starts the following Monday.
Wow.
Yeah, so her first run of classes, see how that goes. She's got some stuff she's got to do out at the campus today. She went yesterday, and she's got something going on today. And so it's still totally surreal, the fact that I have, for starters, an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
And that she's well-adjusted enough to go take care of this crap herself, because I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing. You go take care of it. You do it. But no, she's on top of it. She's been staying on top of it and got all of her stuff lined out, got all of her books. Her and her friend that she graduated with, they've been going out and checking out the campus and finding out where their classes are going to be and everything. She's a young lady now.
That's crazy.
It
man.
is insane. I don't like it. I hate it. No,
Because when you say 18 years, I add about another year onto that, and I feel like that's when we had gotten to know each other.
yeah, about a year and a half, close to 20 years, my friend.
That's insane, bro.
It is. It's insanity. It really is.
That means
the textbook definition of insanity.
like we've known each other for almost half our lives.
Right.
That's kind of wild.
Yes.
That's kind of wild. I feel really old now.
Let's not talk about it then. Let's just move on. Let's get to the show then. So let's just do what we're going to do here on the show. Like I said, we're a movie review podcast. We're going to have some fun talking about some films. We have a thing that we like to do in here where we talk about some stuff that we've seen recently, Jim. It's called Movie Talk. And we're going to do it right now, so let's do a little movie talk.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I just want to watch my movie.
Yeah, I think I was trying to find my copy of Gladiator to do some more audio stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell it's at, so I'm very upset about that. I got to track it down. I don't know where my copy of
You're going
Gladiator
to have to
went.
buy a new copy.
Definitely going to have to buy a new copy because we're definitely going to do a Dude Director's Cut on that. On the horizon, tuck that in on the feed for you guys so you can sit down and watch the movie Gladiator and listen to our commentary. It'd be a lot of fun.
I think that would be a lot of fun.
That would be outstanding.
We actually should do a side table and a Dude Director's
I think we should do just an all-out blitz. We should do a side table. We should do a Dude Director's Cut. We should do a soundtrack spotlight. We should have Russell Crowe in studio.
That would be good.
Because he is friend of the show, Russell Crowe.
Friend of the show.
All right, enough of that.
There's nothing more American than Russell Crowe.
America!
God, enough of that. Enough of that nonsense. Jim, I got an important question to ask you.
Yes.
You seen any good movies lately?
I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, what you got, man?
I think I'm going to talk about a sports movie that I
What?
saw that I saw with my kids recently.
What?
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Sports movie and Jim Miller don't go in the same sentence.
I know, right? It's, how do you put it? It's kind of like a wrestling movie.
What?
It's got Will Arnett in it,
Okay.
Stephen A. Smith, Terry Crews, Tony Shalhoub. Yeah, man, it's a little movie called Rumble.
Rumble.
Yeah.
Is this animated?
So I'll give you a little synopsis. In a world where monster wrestling is a global sport and monsters are superstar athletes,
It's animated.
teenage Winnie seeks to follow in her father's footsteps by coaching a lovable underdog monster into a champion. It's good, man. It's got like some callbacks and stuff to Rocky. It was a fun little flick. I didn't know how I was going to feel about it, but it was a movie night that we were going to do with the kids, and Kylie had kind of watched the trailer for it, and the kids were like, "Yeah, let's watch Rumble," and it looked like it had some fun music and stuff, and so we said, "Yeah, let's do that." It was pretty good, man. But,
So we've established on the show, Jim, that I'm glad I'm beyond the whole taking the kids to school thing, and I'm beyond the whole sitting down and watching animated stuff with the kids.
yeah.
But now I got to repeat the whole damn thing with my grandson. All right, so animated, and you liked it. You enjoyed it.
I didn't say anything about it being animated, but it is animated.
It's animated. Of course it's animated. You said Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
He ain't no actor. He can do some voice stuff. He's got an annoying enough voice, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
I should that was the giveaway.
That was the
tell.
dead
Sorry.
giveaway. Yeah,
Sorry.
absolutely.
And with Sing 2, when I set that up, you've kind of learned now that
you can't surprise me
I'm
anymore.
sidestepping from just saying, hey, I watched an animated film. No, it was good, man. It was fun. It's kind of this real world vibe, but it had
Right.
monsters in it.
Okay.
So it reminded me a little bit of Real Steel, which is a movie I know we've talked about before.
Fans of that movie here on the show.
Yeah, so kind of remind me a little bit of that. This girl, her dad was a trainer of like this superstar monster wrestler, kind of made a name for himself. It's kind of what helped build the town. Like the town was built around him.
Gotcha.
Around the stadium for this wrestling and all this stuff. And dad and monster are gone at this point. And this girl decides to basically train up a monster because there was a superstar that ended up leaving they kind of used the town for a stepping stone.
Okay.
And so then they were getting ready to lose a bunch of the stuff of the town. The town was going to crumble, all this stuff. And so, yeah.
Sounds like the old territory days of professional wrestling. Is what it sounds like.
There was definitely a lot of nods and stuff to different things. I think within the wrestling world, within boxing, just different things that you're like, okay. So it had the vibe and the feel of just a good sports movie.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I probably won't watch it.
Steve might not look like much, but there is a champion monster inside of him.
Did he eat one?
Thank you. That felt great.
So, Brian.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen any movies lately?
See what you did there. Well, I have seen some movies, but I'm going to talk about a TV show first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the final season of Better Call Saul just aired this week. And my wife and I have been catching up on that final season. We have 3 episodes left as of right now.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll have it finished here in the next couple of days for sure. Of course, Better Call Saul, the prequel series to Breaking Bad. It's like
what's that?
Yeah, Breaking Bad's this like little indie show that they put out. Not a lot of people really know about. It's kind of like a hidden treasure. You know what I'm saying? No, everyone knows Breaking Bad, and everyone knows my opinions of Breaking Bad. I feel like Breaking Bad is the greatest TV show ever written and put out on TV. That being said, I think Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad.
Really?
It is so good in its storytelling, and that's the key. I want people to hear what I'm saying. It's so good in its storytelling. The drama within the characters and the character interaction and the situations that these characters find themselves in and the evolution. Character evolution, especially on a TV show, is huge for me.
Yeah.
And you see the Saul Goodman character in Breaking Bad. And this dude, he is just a straight up piece of crap. Almost like an ambulance chaser kind of deal, he's a low-life lawyer.
Yeah.
And to be able to go back and tell that backstory and make it compelling and to see the evolution from Jimmy McGill, which is his real name, all the way up to becoming Saul Goodman and how that evolution transpires and all the events that lead up to that, it is 100% insanity. And it is so good. It is incredible. And some of the characters that they introduce along the way, a character like Nacho Varga, a character like Lalo Salamanca, these characters, I mean, my God, amazing. And of course, got the wonderfully talented Ray Seahorn, plays Kim Wexler. Love her. She is tremendous in the show. And I hope to see more from her going beyond this because I think she's fantastic. She's got an energy about her and she's got a presence on film. And of course, can't talk about Better Call Saul without talking about Bob Odenkirk. My God.
Right.
I mean, we are fans of Bob Odenkirk here on the show. Obviously, we covered the film Nobody, talking about that.
Yeah, you actually wrote a review.
Wrote a review for that. It's actually on the website. We'll link to that. But as Jimmy McGill, a.k.a. DBA, Saul Goodman, DBA, doing business as. Fantastic. I cannot praise the show enough in the regard of not trying to top Breaking Bad, but just staying in its own lane and doing its own thing. And in that regard, they have exceeded my expectations for what the show could be. When they said they were going to do it, I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
But then I started watching and I'm like, okay, I'm in. And then as the seasons progress, it's 6 seasons. So as the show went on, it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and richer and so many callbacks to Breaking Bad, so many intros of characters from Breaking Bad. You see part of their origin story as well.
Okay.
It's so damn awesome.
Well, that was what I was going to ask is so is it in the vein of Breaking Bad? Is it a crossover of that? Because obviously Saul Goodman is a character in Breaking
Yes.
Bad. But I didn't know like if it was more like near the end where they were maybe beginning to introduce the Breaking Bad characters into that. But so you're kind of seeing the bits and pieces.
It's more than bits and pieces. It's full on. You're in the Breaking Bad universe with this bad boy.
Okay.
And characters that are mainstays on Breaking Bad are mainstays on Better Call Saul.
Okay.
And it creates that bridge seamlessly between the two. Now, like I said, I still have 3 episodes left. I know a little bit has been spoiled for me with regard to characters that are going to pop up in these final 3 episodes and how it will completely like intertwine with Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So I already know a little bit of that, so it won't be a surprise when I see it. But I'm interested to see from a storytelling standpoint how those characters intertwine and how those storylines mesh, because up to this point it's been fantastic.
So does this have the potential to end in a way that would not be fulfilling for you?
Does it have a potential? No. And the reason why I say that is because Vince Gilligan is a goddamn wizard.
Okay.
There's no way. Especially after seeing what he did with Breaking Bad and what I've seen with Better Call Saul up to this point, there's no way that he could leave it in a way to where it won't be fulfilling.
Okay.
I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't see how they could do that.
Yeah.
Because everything that they've done thus far has been perfect.
This is a Netflix show, right? Or is it?
No, this is AMC.
Oh, it is AMC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Netflix has it up until season 5. They don't have season 6, and they don't update it. So if you want to watch season 6, you have to have a way to do that. And
gotcha.
I have,
we'll just leave it at that.
I have a way to do that. Thanks, Stephen A. Turner.
You ever feel like you're being followed?
Well, you know what they say. The wicked flee when no man pursueth.
You think we're wicked?
So, Jim.
Yeah.
You got any other movies you want to talk about? Documentaries, TV shows, whatnot? Animated?
Look, I'm trying to space out my animated with my documentaries.
If they ever put a documentary about animation out, that'll probably be the end of
They
our
actually
show.
have. I think it's a Pixar story.
Okay, please stop talking.
Okay. I'll put that on my list. No.
Please don't.
Actually, yeah, so Kylie and I were looking for a movie the other evening.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix at the moment. It's an older one. It came out in 2011.
Okay.
It's a little movie called Tower Heist.
Tower Heist.
Yeah. It's got Eddie Murphy, Ben Stiller, Casey Affleck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a comedy, isn't it?
Matthew Broderick. And I laughed when I saw that he was in it. I was like, okay, I have to talk about this. Friend of the show, Matthew Broderick.
But it's a comedy, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I vaguely remember it, yes.
It's kind of got a Ocean's 11 style a little bit, right? But so the premise of it is basically Ben Stiller plays this building manager for a tower in New York, and it's basically these high dollar apartments.
Okay.
The reason why people go to this tower is basically because everything is paid for, everything's taken care of, kind of thing. So I mean, they have everything in there. You know, like they can provide. It's almost like a hotel where they can provide all the meals. They provide all these things. Like it's a full on operation, but it's 24 hours a day. People live there, and there's this whole crew that takes care of the place and takes care of the people. Well, Ben Stiller is the building manager. He's like one of the head guys, more or less. One of the guys on the penthouse. He was hired, kind of backdoor style, with Ben Stiller's character to manage the retirement funds for all of the employees.
Okay.
Well, needless to say, this guy gets indicted. He, goes like for all this stuff. Like apparently he'd been embezzling money, doing all these things, and
one does.
Yeah. So it becomes this point where Ben Stiller's trying to get the money back for his employees, trying to find a way to help these people with their retirement. It's pretty funny. It's got a good cast. There's some heist moments. There's a couple turns, is probably a better way to put it.
Okay.
In it that you're like, oh, okay, I didn't see that coming. And then the way they kind of get out of some of their situations is quite hilarious. Because I mean, he's just a normal, everyday guy trying to do the right thing, but he's more or less coming back to rob this guy. So it's pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, it's one you pop popcorn, have a little date night.
Okay.
Sit down with your wife,
Gotcha. Get some yuck yucks out of
A
it.
couple yuck yucks, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just an hour ago, the tower's richest resident was released into federal custody under house arrest here at his penthouse apartment.
Several years ago, he was asked to manage all of your pensions. Right now, they're saying that anyone who invested with Mr. Shaw has been defrauded.
Did he get your money too?
Yeah, he did.
If you need me, I'll be living in this box.
You people are working stiffs, clock punchers, easily replaced.
I don't care what it takes, but we'll find a way to make things right.
Brian. You got any more shows or movies over there?
Well, I got some shows I could probably talk about, but right now I'm going to talk about a movie. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about this one just because of part of our conversation we had off mic before we started recording today.
Oh, boy.
So a while back, we're surfing around on Netflix, looking for something to watch. Typical thing, hey, what's on Netflix? We'll see what we got. Came across a movie on there called Swing Vote, Kevin Costner film.
Okay.
2008. It's a comedy.
Okay.
Comedy drama.
Okay.
He basically plays a loser in the film. And I want to say it's set in Texas. I could be wrong about that. But he's just kind of like this down on his luck kind of dude. He's alcoholic. Works at a local warehouse processing plant kind of thing, whatever. Can't keep a job for nothing because he's always drunk all the time or whatever. But he's taking care of his kid because the mom took off years prior. It's one of those things where like the kid has kind of adjusted herself to the fact that her dad's a loser. And so she has had to grow up more beyond her age.
Right.
And so she's the more responsible out of the two. She's one of those kids that she learns about the election process in school. It's coming around to the presidential election, and she has this idealistic view of how like every vote counts and have your voice heard, blah, 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 all this stuff, right? And so
Kids being kids.
Kids being kids. Dreamers, am I right? So she has told her dad how important it is to her that he go and vote.
Yeah.
And he makes a promise that he will, Of course, election night, he gets plastered, hammered, and doesn't make it to the polls. And she finds out, she gets pissed. Well, she ends up going and voting for him.
Oh.
But when it happens, when she does it, I think, if I remember correctly, I think she freaks out. She tries to pull the plug on it because she doesn't want to get in trouble because she knows what she's doing is wrong.
Yeah.
And so his vote doesn't get cast. Shows that he was there to vote. It didn't go through.
Okay.
So, I think you can see where this is going.
Yes. Yeah. Set the stage for some drama now.
The presidential election comes down to one vote, and it's this guy's vote.
Oh, gosh.
So then, that's where the fun begins with regard to you see both sides of the presidential election campaigning for him.
For him.
Yeah.
For him alone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous, and it's over the top, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's really funny. But a lot of it's smart in how they do it.
Sure.
The best part about it, for me, honestly, your candidates in this are Kelsey Grammer and Dennis Hopper.
Oh,
the late Dennis Hopper.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But
good cast, man. That's a real good cast.
But, it gets better.
No.
They're campaign managers.
Oh, boy.
You want to take a guess who Kelsey Grammer's campaign manager is?
I would have no clue.
Friend of the show, Stanley Tucci.
Really? Okay.
And guess who Dennis Hopper's campaign manager is?
Robin Williams. No.
Friend of the show, Nathan Lane.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
And of course, you have so many different cameos from different political pundits and political analysts and stuff like that, all throughout the political realm.
Right. Yeah.
They get their little 2 cents in or whatever to add to the story, and then you got people like George Lopez have a role. Willie Nelson's got a little cameo in it as well. I mean, it's from top to bottom with regard to the cast, pretty solid cast.
Yeah.
Really good.
Heck yeah.
Here's the thing, man. It's satire at its finest. It's really good.
It's Kevin Costner.
It's Kevin Costner. And for me, the way that they left the film off was probably the smartest way that they did it.
Okay.
Because it comes down to he's angling throughout the whole movie to try and get what he can out of both sides.
Yeah, he literally need him,
yes,
so he's using them. Yeah.
So, but then it starts to come out as the film goes on whether or not his vote was legitimate, and all this stuff. They investigate it, and
gotcha.
It's If you look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, it's not good. All right, look, Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 38%. Now, we've discussed this before, okay?
Well, yeah.
You know, I watched The Sentinel, and they scored it 37%. I don't feel like it was a 37% film. The Swing Vote, it scored 38%. I don't feel like it's a 38%.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the greatest movie of all. Like, the IMDb has a 6.1 out of 10. So 60%, that's fair.
Yeah.
60, 65, maybe 70% on the high end. I think it can be entertaining, especially if you take it in the right way.
Right.
Because it is a satire.
Right.
And it's silly, and it's over the top.
Yeah.
And so in that regard, it's really funny.
Yeah.
So I would check it out. I would wait till presidential season. Just
Make it
watch
more
it. Get
fun.
yourself in the vote. You know, have more fun with it that way, you know. Line up all your presidential style films and just throw Swing Vote right in there. I think you'll have some fun with it. It'll be a lot of fun.
Well, Man of the Year with Robin Williams is one I think.
Well, there you go.
That's one that should be checked out. Yeah.
We'll compile a whole list when presidential season comes.
Hey, you know what? That's a good idea.
It's not a bad idea.
We might do that.
Throw the Pelican brief in there.
And don't forget today.
What's today?
Election day, dummy.
Well, I'm not even registered.
I registered for you in the mail.
Well, that's great. I could get jury duty now.
Mr. Johnson, your vote didn't count. You're entitled to recast your ballot in a timely manner.
How about if I just whisper it to you then? Right here, we get it over with right now, and you can listen too.
The only question now is, who are you going to vote for?
Remind me again who's running.
All right, Jim, that was some good movie talk right there. Got some animated, got some political, got some TV, got a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything,
That's
yeah.
what we do here at Dude What. We offer a little bit of everything for everyone, Jim. We're an equal opportunity movie review podcast. And that's what we do here on the show. We review movies. But more importantly, Jim, we cover movies that I have never seen that I definitely should have already seen. Because we give you guys a new way to look at some of your old favorites. When we last left off, I gave Jim some new categories. What were those categories, Jim?
Well, you gave me a couple of categories. War films was one.
Yep.
Older classics.
Mm-hmm.
And dang, Stallone. So naturally, I chose dang, Stallone.
That's right. You did choose dang Stallone.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Now, you said you were going to tell the story of where that came from.
Yeah.
Is that a before or after?
No, I can go ahead and tell you now.
Okay.
I'll tell you now before I reveal what the dang Stallone movie is.
Yeah.
So years ago in Owensboro, Kentucky, I used to work at a warehouse called Waxworks Video Works, Inc. At the time, they were a CD, cassette, vinyl, DVD, VHS wholesale distributor. And so they had tons of stuff there, tons of movies, DVDs, CDs, all kinds of stuff. And people across the country, you guys have heard of Disc Jockey Music Store. Remember those?
Yep.
Okay. And then they eventually turned into FYE, Real Collections. May remember that movie store as well. Star Treks Video, all these different video outlets and music outlets across the country would buy their products from us at Waxworks.
Okay.
And the orders would come in, we'd pull the orders, pack them, send them out. So we got to see tons of stuff before it came out. At the time, I worked with a guy named Chris Redd. Truly a wonderful spirit. Great dude.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Funny. Just naturally funny. Just effortlessly funny. Just a good guy. Sadly, Chris passed away in a car accident. And it was really, really tough. That was tragic. That sucked because it was so unexpected.
Yeah.
I still think about him to this day. Like, we only worked together for like a year and a half. But even to this day, I still think about him all the time.
Yeah.
Just because he was just one of those guys. You know what I mean? But around the time that he started working there, and we worked in the shipping department. And so we would pack up the orders, get them ran through the UPS system, get them loaded in the truck. And that's what we did all day. And we would just hang out there. We would listen to music, talk about goofy stuff. It was easily the best job I've ever had in my life. I love it. I miss it.
Yeah.
I miss it. But Chris and I, we got to talking about stupid stuff. And we would try and make each other laugh all day long. It was the best job ever. I cannot talk about how great a job it was. Like, not enough. Around that time that he started working there was a film that came out that was a Sylvester Stallone movie called Get Carter.
Okay.
And on the cover, and we'll have to maybe post the cover of that film, or maybe just add it in the show description, like a link to it, or we'll link to the movie. Obviously, we'll put an Amazon link on there. But the movie's called Get Carter, and on the cover of it, it's Stallone, kind of silhouetted a little bit. It's got a white background. He's wearing a nice suit, got a goatee, got shades on, but he's holding a gun out to the side. And the way he was holding it, we could not stop laughing. It was the funniest thing ever. And so we found a toy cap gun, and we would start posing like Stallone. And so Chris Redd started going, "Dang, Stallone." And so ever since then, anytime like somebody says something or does something, like, it's like, "Hey man, I just threw up 275 on the bench press. Dang, Stallone." Stupid stuff like that. And it's one of those things that when I say it, it reminds me of Chris Redd, and it always puts a smile on my face. Yeah. So that's the story of Dang Stallone. Okay. So, and to this day, I still say it like at least once a day for something. Every single day. It's a nice, pleasant memory for me.
I think it would be fun if listeners maybe start incorporating that into their lives.
God, I tell you what, if
they see anything cool,
if you see anything really cool,
somebody's like, does something cool, or be like, "Dang, Stallone."
See something cool, somebody did something impressive or whatever, or if even if somebody did something stupid, just yell out, "Dang, Stallone," or take a picture of it and tag us with it. That would be great. Fantastic.
That would be great.
And that would be a good way to honor Chris Redd, because I think he would get a kick out of that. He would be laughing his ass off.
That would be funny.
So
and then when people are like, "Hey, where did you hear that?"
DudeWhatPod.com. So that is the story of Dang Stallone. So now, Jim, since you chose the Dang Stallone category, what were the selections that I gave you?
Well, then I was like,
I think
Dang Stallone was a different tone.
Yeah, I think you said, "Dang, you're stupid."
Dang, you're stupid, yeah. These are dumb, but whatever. One of these movies you have not seen.
It could be 2, it could be 3, but for sure we're going to unveil at least one that I haven't seen.
The first one on your list is Demolition Man. 1993 action sci-fi starring Dang Stallone himself. Wesley Snipes, Sandra Bullock. Directed by Marco Brambilla. 1 win, 7 nominations. Next one is Over the Top. ...1987 action drama. It's got Sylvester Stallone in it. Had 4 wins, 2 nominations. Directed by Menem Golan. And the last one.
Yeah.
Most people maybe have not seen this one, but it is one that if you were an 80s kid, you probably have seen it. I know for a fact that Stephen A. Turner and myself have talked about this movie a few times. It's a movie called Cobra. 1986 action crime. It's got Sylvester Stallone, Bridget Nielsen. Directed by George P. Cosmatos.
Mm-hmm.
Probably didn't say his last name right, but anyway. Brian.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Oh, what's in the box?
Here's a box, sir. Help yourself.
We've been doing this thing for 5 years now.
Yeah.
It's the same stupid box.
Yes.
And these green streamers, which aren't streamers, they're construction paper that you cut and taped. Here's my request. For season 6.
Before you make your request for season 6, it's funny that you're bringing this up because I was talking to a friend of the show, Andrew Shaw, at work. And I was like, "Have you ever seen the picture of the box?" And he's like, "No, I haven't." And I was like, "You don't want to."
But the reality hit me of like, we've had this thing in here for a couple seasons now, the green. We need to change up the way we do it next year, I think. Right. Anyway. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Dang, Stallone. Action double feature. Tango and Cash, which is not one on the list.
No, I've definitely revealed that I've seen Tango and Cash.
You have.
That is actually in our All Access. We have I talk about that
with future father-in-law Kurt Russell in it.
Yep.
And Cobra.
Yes, Cobra.
Whatever. You're stupid. This is stupid. Okay.
Yeah.
Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Why have you never seen Cobra?
I've only seen parts of Cobra. I think it's the opening scene. Is it in a grocery store?
Yes.
That's the part of the movie that I've seen. That's it.
Okay.
It's one of those movies that was on TV quite a bit when I was younger.
Yeah.
And when I was super young, we would go to my grandma's house on my dad's side. My Mama Mag is what we called her. I would go in her back room where she had the TV, and I would just turn the TV on and just sit and watch. I'd watch a ton of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Chips. Remember Chips, the TV show? I'd watch that. I mean, I watched a lot of different TV shows and stuff, but every once in a while a movie would pop on, and Cobra was on probably more than most movies. But I would always only see the first part of it.
Yeah.
I would never get to see any more of the movie. I literally have seen 10 minutes of the movie. That's it.
Okay. Well, I will say this. It is a 80s action flick.
Yeah.
It is one of,
Are you prepping me?
No, I'm just like, it's one of those, because the response of like, you haven't seen Cobra, right? For me, it's a big deal, but it's because I have nostalgic attachment to it.
Right.
I understand, I recognize this is not a movie that, when people think of a Sylvester Stallone movie, Cobra is not really high on their list, probably.
But maybe from a cult classic.
But definitely, it's definitely one of those.
Because,
I will say this.
Because I know it. You know what I mean?
I will say this. This movie, for me, because, you know, when I would play make-believe, pretend, whatever, Hot Wheels, things like that, like when I was a kid, I would always kind of reflect back on this character, the idea of this private investigator, detective type, but he kind of, I don't know, just he had this...
Swagger?
Almost Dirty Harry vibe, but not...
But with better lighting.
Yeah, but with better lighting. So I don't know. Well, I'm interested to hear your take on it. I'll be honest with you. I don't give a crap what your ranking will be on this one
because we're watching Cobra. Okay, gotcha.
So,
all right. Well, cool. That's what we're going to do. Jim's super excited. We're going to watch something that is near and dear to his childhood. So this will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we could see how I feel about it on the back half. If you guys, for whatever reason, have never seen the movie Cobra, it's like freaking 35 years old. You probably have seen it, but if you haven't, go get your copy off the shelf or go about part ways down in our show notes and you see right there where it says what's in the box. Click on the link right there. It's an Amazon link. You can go get you a copy of it. You can stream it, possibly. You can order it, have your own copy on the shelf. Watch it, get you some popcorn, take some notes. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to come back on the back half and we're going to have a little discussion about it, Jim. We're going to talk about the story, the character. Dang, Stallone is right, because we're going to be talking about Sylvester Stallone. So that's what we're going to do. Spoilers are coming, obviously. So let's get to the back half of the show. We'll see you guys here in a little bit.
In America, there's a burglary every 11 seconds. An armed robbery every 65 seconds. A violent crime every 25 seconds. A murder every 24 minutes. And 250 rapes a day.
Tonight, the man known as the Night Slasher has apparently struck for the 16th time in just over a month's time. The 22-year-old victim was mutilated with a sharp instrument and seemed to be just as unlikely a victim as the other 15.
It's the same weapon.
90% sure it's the identical weapon. Mutilating cuts, straight, long, deep, just like the others.
That brings the count to 16, and still this bastard shows no distinct pattern.
Well, maybe there's more than one killer.
Hey, look, this is not your specialty.
Hey, dirtbag. You wasted a kid. For nothing. Now I think it's time to waste you.
Cobra, like Monty says, you're on the zombie squad. You're a specialist that does the job nobody wants, all right? But we can't go shaking down people who have internal affairs jumping down our throats.
Yeah, well, then we lost.
Lost? What do you mean lost?
Because as long as we have to play by these bullshit rules and the killer doesn't, we're gonna lose.
We are the hunters. We kill the weak, so the strong survive. You can't stop the new world.
Well, I won't waste any time. You know almost every sicko in this city. Do what you have to do to get a lead on this maniac.
If I find...
Do what you do best.
Much else is known. Other than that, the Night Slasher preys upon anyone. His victims have included businessmen, Asian immigrants, the elderly, and in one case, a sexually assaulted child.
I got a bomb here. I'll blow this whole place up!
Go ahead. I don't shop here.
Where are we going?
You're gonna have to ask Cobra. He's the expert on this.
He doesn't look like an expert, does he?
I know. He looks like a fugitive from the 50s, but he sure is great at catching cyclists.
Let's face it, he doesn't give a rat's ass for this girl. She's just another piece of live bait so King Cobra here can cut a new notch. You've already caused a lot of people to die. How about letting her live?
I want your eyes, pig! I want them! You want to go to hell? Huh, pig? You want to go to hell with me?
The serial killer has thrown the city into a growing panic, and up until now, no one has had a clue to his identity.
I don't want to hear this shit anymore. In about 3 days, the public's going to be screaming for federal assistance. I don't want FBI in here.
Right, we got enough manpower here to handle it, so why can't we keep this under control?
Because we're not up against one man. We're up against an army of killers. I keep telling you guys that.
How do you know that?
I know, all right?
You're Freddy. Do you know you have an attitude problem?
Yeah, but it's just a little one.
And we're back.
We are Jim Miller
from the Zombie Squad.
I didn't know how you were going to take it. I didn't know if you were going to say from San Remo, if we were going to say from the grocery store. We're back from the Zombie Squad. I like it.
Yeah. I forgot how much I love this movie.
I'll just tugging on the old nostalgia strings.
Yeah, I will
today.
say this movie held up for me as far as what I remembered.
Okay.
So we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
But, yeah, man. So I don't even know where the heck to start. Kind of ended. I was talking about before we started watching the movie. I had kind of made mention of another film that you had never seen, that you should have already seen.
Which one was that?
One that we had done a while back. We have a written review on it. Actually, a one final thought.
Oh, is this the Dirty Harry?
The Dirty Harry reference.
Yeah. Okay, look, it's kind of hard not to talk about Cobra and not talk about Dirty Harry at the same time.
Well, that was kind of my thought. And as I was looking at some of the fun facts, it didn't hit me, because it's been a minute since we've seen Dirty Harry.
Right.
That there's a ton of crossovers.
Yeah. It didn't hit me until about halfway through the movie, if it's what I think you're getting ready to talk about.
Did you have more than one in your mind?
No, I just, well, I mean, I had the tone of the film starting out. Of course, the vibe that Cobra puts off, the Dirty Harry vibe. I made a note of that, Dirty Harry vibes. And then I made a note, like, it wasn't too long after that, I was like, oh, wait, hold up. Because I kept looking at, it wasn't the chief, it wasn't the captain, it was the detective. I kept looking, I was like, why do I know this guy? Where do I know this guy from? And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him. I'm like, holy shit, that's Scorpio from Dirty Harry.
Yes.
Now, I knew that Cobra's partner was Dirty Harry's partner.
Yes, so Rennie Santoni.
Yeah.
Who plays Gonzalez.
Right.
In Dirty Harry, his last name is Gonzalez.
Right.
And then Andrew Robinson plays Detective Monty.
Yes.
Who also plays Scorpio.
Right.
I didn't realize that until we were watching. I was kind of looking. I was like, because I'll be honest, there's not a ton of fun facts, so you're just going to get Jim facts here. So, but that was a piece I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's even harder not to think about Dirty Harry then with watching this film. So let's do a comparison real quick. Dirty Harry versus this one. If I recall, and it's been a minute since we've done that movie, we reviewed it, but we talked a lot about just the thriller, dramatic kind of cop film.
Yes.
Right? We've talked about that before, and kind of what you look for.
Mm-hmm.
So refresh our memories on things that you look for in this type of film. And maybe draw some comparison with Dirty Harry as well.
Well, I mean, in Dirty Harry, you're dealing with a serial killer who is basically messing with the cops. Yeah. Now, in Cobra, it's a little bit different. You're dealing with what they think is a serial killer, with the night slasher. But as it turns out, it's more like a movement. It's like a criminal movement kind of thing. So it's a little bit different in that regard, but it has some same elements. They're not directly messing with the police, but indirectly they are messing with the police.
Yeah.
And then plus the fact that they have a mole working for the police. I was like, oh, and I kind of wish that they had milked that a little bit.
Sure.
Because they gave that away pretty quick.
Yeah.
I guess it was kind of okay because it was like, it added tension to the story because you already know.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like they tapped into it enough.
Sure.
They really didn't tap into it enough. They could have.
Yeah.
You can fix that with your screenplay, which I noticed was a Sylvester Stallone screenplay.
Yeah, and this is based on a book, apparently.
Right.
Yeah.
And Stallone did a lot of writing back in that time.
Stallone still does a lot of writing.
So it's like I think that's another reason why I feel like some of the heat that Stallone gets a lot of times for being quote unquote a subpar actor.
Sure.
I don't think it's justified
I
in
agree.
a lot of regards.
Yeah,
I think I think it's unjust because he's clearly a good mind in Hollywood. He's got a great Hollywood mind about him because not only does he act, but he directs, he produces, he writes, he does screenplays. He's a very successful guy.
Yes.
And I think that like most people pigeonhole him and kind of stereotype him with regard to characters that he plays as an action, sports, boxing, blah, blah, blah type of character. But he's clearly got a pretty strong head on his shoulders with regard to what it takes to make it in Hollywood.
Yes. And, you know, we've talked about before how Hollywood kind of suffers from not having any new ideas. I would say Stallone, even to this day, is still bringing something fresh and new.
Yeah.
With his writing and everything. We could talk about Creed and things that he's, obviously, his hand is full on in those things.
Right.
And it's a new, fresh story using some of the same tropes, sure, because it's a movie, but like...
And it's a franchise.
And it's a franchise, but it's still fresh and you want to see it.
Exactly.
You know? And that takes a very special type of person in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about Sylvester Stallone, knowing that, because he's an actor... In my opinion, he's a good actor.
I think he's a really good
star.
actor.
Like you know, but if that's all you put him in, and you don't realize that, he's a producer, he's a writer, and he has been.
He wears many hats.
Yes, I don't know how he is in real life, obviously, because I mean we're not that close. We follow him on Instagram.
He's almost friend of the show.
Almost, yeah.
Almost.
He's not Dave Bautista.
He's not Dave Bautista, who is friend of the show, Dave Bautista, but he's getting there.
Right. Yeah.
You're working your way up there, Sly. You're getting there.
A couple more years, maybe. You know, with Stallone wearing many hats, I mean, you kind of draw even another comparison to Dirty Harry and the fact that Clint Eastwood has been in many films. He's written, directed, produced,
yes.
And still is a force in Hollywood.
Right. It's no different.
Yeah.
I mean, it really isn't. I mean, two giant names in Hollywood, and have been giant names since, Eastwood has been a name, a big name with regard to acting, directing, everything since at least the 60s.
Yeah.
Late 60s, early 70s. Stallone, late 70s, all the way till now. I mean, it's ridiculous is what it is.
Yeah. I'm glad that they're our friends. So.
Still need to see some of that money, though.
Yeah, right.
Sponsorship money.
So let's talk about the big bad, the villain, man.
God. That dude, his face scares me.
This is one of those films, as we started watching it, and everything came back to me.
Yes.
And I remembered, because of watching this film, and then hindsight, knowing that I watched it when I was probably way younger than I should have been, actually was terrifying.
Oh, no, it's incredibly like, when we talked about it at the beginning, I said I remember the opening sequence in the grocery store. I remember that. But I also remember seeing his face and the knife.
Yes.
So the grocery store, his face, and the knife.
Yeah.
Stuff of nightmares.
Yes. Well, and I think, I don't know, I'm just speaking for me right now, but what made it so terrifying is it was so probable and realistic in the sense of a person like that being out there.
Oh, it's not beyond the realm of possibility. It's not. That probably does happen.
Yeah.
And a person like that probably does exist to some degree somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I think that explains a lot of my childhood now.
Look, movies like this, they resonate for a reason. And something like this, something as simple as Cobra, the reason why it resonates because of that realistic factor. That it could potentially be something that actually happens. Yeah. And so when you get into that headspace and you're thinking about it, and then you start thinking about the themes of the film, it's like, Jesus, this is horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Yeah. The dark is all get out.
Yes.
So, I mean, the whole concept of this film, right, is that you have a cop who is willing to do things that other cops won't do.
Right.
So when push comes to shove, this is the guy you call in.
Right. And is very vocal about the fact that he hates how he's restricted in the regard of the rules that he, quote unquote, has to follow.
Yeah. So, setting that up as a story piece, right?
Yeah.
You have to have a convincing villain to justify force versus force, right?
Right.
Because we talked about that with Dirty Harry, and you talked about how Scorpio was like, you really enjoyed him as a villain.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we didn't have a ton of knocks on Dirty Harry. I mean, we had some just because it had to do with the
knocks that we had on Dirty Harry were all technical knocks. Had nothing to do with the story. The story itself is fantastic.
Yeah.
My only problem was, and I joked about it at the time because it sounded really weird to say it out loud, but I wish Scorpio had killed more.
Yeah.
I wish Scorpio had followed through on more deaths and let it amp up and be more. The lighting and some of the technical aspects of the film are what drug it down, but overall, story concept is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with this one. Its story concept is outstanding. And with regard to the villain, so to speak, that yin and yang between police and criminal, it's there. It's there because Cobra is willing to go beyond the edge of his boundaries as a lawman. Yeah. And this guy is clearly going past every ledge of morality and what is right and versus what is wrong. And
we're introduced to him when he's had 16 to his body count.
16 to his body count, and then right at the very jump of the film, I mean, he's taking out people left and right, and they did a good job with layering in where Cobra is at his apartment.
Yeah.
And they got the news report on there talking about how it seems like the night slasher is killing indiscriminately because he killed out-of-town businessmen, women, and then a rape of a child and a murder of a child. It's just, it layered in the ultimate depravity and just how far this criminal is willing to go to do his bidding, so to speak.
And we've talked about on RoboCop this season where utilizing the news production as part of a storytelling element. I mean, they didn't use a lot of it, but how do you feel that played? I mean, you're talking about that scene. So.
They used it well. I mean, it was used well in that scene. I wish they had done it a little bit more. With RoboCop, I mean, that was part of a satirical tone that they had for the film that carried throughout the whole entire thing. And so it was very much an important part of the storytelling vehicle.
Yeah.
With this one, it was just like a bolstering to the storyline that's going on.
Yeah.
But it was used well. I like it when it does that because you look to the news, especially local news, you look to the news as it's your conduit to what's going on in the world.
Right.
And so when you layer that in, it adds a little bit of realism to it. And plus, like we talked about just a few minutes ago about not being beyond the realm of possibility of something like this happening, so you take in the feelings you get from that, and then you layer in a news report that's done really well, and then you just kind of let it all kind of mesh in with everything that's going on. It creates an air of believability.
Okay. Let's talk about one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
Awesome 50.
The car, man.
What'd you think of the car?
The car is legit.
Right?
The car is legit, man. I like that they didn't go with like a traditional color for it either. It was like this weird kind of off gray kind of color.
Yeah.
It's almost an unsettling color, really.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
You look at it like this car comes barreling down the road at you with that color. It's like, if you see a car like that and it's jet black, maybe got that nice gloss polish on it, first thing you're thinking when it's cruising down the road is like, yeah, that's a badass car right there.
Right.
If it was a bright yellow or something like that, people are like, that's a classic car right there.
Yeah.
But it comes barreling down the road in that off gray, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, it's not primer.
No, it's just that's the color.
Yeah,
it's a very
almost like, it looks like a bullet almost or something. But
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And
kind of disturbing a little bit.
It is.
Yeah.
It's an unsettling color.
Yeah.
Coming shooting at you at 100 miles an hour down the road.
Yeah.
I noticed he had the nitrous oxide in it. I wondered about that. I'm like, they're speeding through the streets and he's hauling ass, and I'm like, I mean, this car's, they made it sound and look legit,
Yeah.
I mean, but he's kind of getting schooled a little bit here and
Yeah.
then, nitrous, okay.
Yeah. At that moment, I actually thought about another movie, another film that we have discussed.
I don't have friends. I'd knock that shit off if I was you.
Well, which could that be, Jim?
Fast and Furious, man. With the hill jumping and all of that. So, talk about kind of a cops and robbers or, police chase and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, there's the cat and mouse element here. Yeah. A lot of the tried and true tropes for a detective film.
Of course.
Kind of hit all those markers, right? Yeah. So, let's talk about the chase scene.
Okay.
I mean, there's a couple of them, but...
Yeah, there's a few. All right, look, here's the thing. All right, let's look at it from two different standpoints, all right? Let's do the Debbie Downer first, okay?
Sure.
Let's look at it from a realistic standpoint. There's no way in hell those cars survive that. There's no way, man.
Yeah.
There's no way those cars survive that. When you're doing a film like this, that you've already layered in a certain level of believability with your story, don't jack it up with an outlandish car chase.
Yeah.
You can have a car chase that's done really well. But when you go and you're jumping from the second floor of a parking garage down, crashing through, and then... come on.
Yeah.
Come on. There's no way those cars survive that.
Yeah. I will say, at least at the end of the chase, his car was obviously destroyed.
Oh, his car's, just, yeah.
I was appreciative of that. It did at least show that it was taking damage. And
he didn't roll it 18 times and then drive away.
Right, like
it's
some,
the car
some
is,
films. Yeah.
And then they paid it off towards the end when he's asking about having his car replaced. So it makes sense.
And then immediately, right after, the captain's like, anything you need except for that. That's not in the budget.
That. It's not in the budget, no. Okay, so got the Debbie Downer part out of the way.
Yeah.
Now let's look at it from just a pure action movie.
Sure.
Yeah, it's great. You want intensity, you want drama, you want a feeling on the edge of your seat kind of thing. It was fine in that regard. Quite a bit of suspension of disbelief kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff. But one thing that they did that was pretty smart, and I thought it was pretty smart that they wrote it that way, was the fact that they let Cobra go first.
Yep.
And then they waited for the backup car to come and crashed it and took it out and then went after Cobra.
Yep.
Instead of just following both and having to deal with two cars, eliminate one car and go. And then plus it made sense because she's in that car. It's like, take this car out. That way, there's no suspicion there.
Right.
There's a lot of things that they did that was smart along the way.
Yeah. Which I think then kind of added to the whole believability that they didn't know that something was off with her. They didn't have any reason to believe that at that moment.
Which again would have helped, would have really added into it if they did not reveal that she was a part of it.
Right, until maybe around the phone call, like once the reveal where you see the next day where she's like telling everybody.
Yeah.
That would have been probably
that would have been a good time.
Like, holy crap moment, yeah.
Or another thing that they could have done, because Gonzalez gets shot during the whole shootout.
Yeah.
Oh, what if they don't reveal that it's her until then? Like, she shoots him.
She shoots him, yeah.
There's some little things that they could have done to clean up the story a little bit, but that's pure nitpick.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, this is a film that you look at it for what it is, and for the time that it came out. Because this is, what year did this come out?
It was 86, I believe.
86. I mean, that is right there in the 1980s pocket of action, badassery movies. You know what I mean? I mean, to sit here and go crazy nitpicking on it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair for the genre of film that in the time and the era that it came out.
Talking about an 80s film.
Yeah. Let's
talk about something that's notoriously 80s.
Oh, God. Is it the one-liners?
Okay, let's talk about another thing. This is notoriously 80s.
Oh, is it the 80s montage?
The montage.
Oh, God.
You got to have a good 80s song.
Do you?
With a montage.
Do you have to?
But let's talk about this, okay? No, seriously.
Okay.
Montages, we're kind of used to them with the 80s. Hey, what'd you think of this one?
I didn't care for them. I don't like them.
You weren't a fan?
No, I don't like them.
I mean, let's be honest. A montage, if you do it right, is just a storytelling. It's a plot-driving device,
It's a transition is what it is between two integral parts of a film. That's all it is. It's a way to tell part of a story without having to waste a lot of running time. And I get it. I understand it, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like the music, I mean, it's 80s music, so usually when you do a montage, it's upbeat because that's what drives the montage. Sure. But I don't know. I felt like they could have done something different. I get what they were doing, but spending all that time highlighting the fact, I guess, that she's a model or whatever,
right?
During that whole thing while they're out hitting the streets.
Yeah, they're hitting the streets and the killer's out getting ready.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's the 80s, man.
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do?
Yeah.
It was the norm for that time, so you can't really bag on it too much. I just don't have to like it.
Yeah. Okay. You can be wrong. It's fine. So
look, the 80s montage I always associate with like a wacky comedy.
Yes,
some kind of comedy.
Yeah.
Not in a thriller.
Yes.
Not in.
Well, I think that's why I was asking about it because we're used to like action films or like Rocky. You expect to have an 80s montage.
Well, an 80s montage in Rocky
sports movie, you expect to have.
It makes sense. It makes sense. But this one, I mean, they're just.
Do you think it would have been different if there was a different song?
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly.
Because I think it did a good job of giving an idea of, like, obviously this is a big city. Your main characters, they're all off doing something at the same time, but they're all doing things that are very different. You know?
Maybe if they changed the music and not
I will
have
say the song was a little
very upbeat.
Yeah.
Change the upbeatness to it. Maybe give it something more, I don't know. Well, it's okay. I was going to say something more noirish.
Sure.
And the reason why that's fresh in my mind because I'm thinking back to the beginning of the movie. I love how the movie started, by the way, with Cobra doing the voiceover, laying down the stats of all the crimes that happen throughout the course of a year and all this stuff or whatever. And then, the fired bullet or whatever. And then it cuts to the motorcycle, dude on the motorcycle with the red. And it had this weird kind of like this red shading that they use, like real heavy.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this is a cool look.
Yeah.
It almost feels like they could go like complete noir with this. Like they could have done like an action drama cop noir style with this.
Yeah.
And it would have worked. I think it would have worked if they had kept that tone through the whole thing.
Yeah.
By doing that, making that decision, I think they would have cut down on some of the upbeat peppiness that it wasn't needed.
Right.
And it would have cut down on some of the stupid one-liner BS crap
Sure.
that is not needed. But then again, it wouldn't be the 80s.
Right. I read somewhere, and I don't know how accurate this is. That's why I wasn't going to really use it as a fun fact. But apparently, the cure for the disease.
I ain't no psycho, man. I'm a hero. I'm a hero of the new world.
You're a disease, and I'm the cure.
Die!
Apparently, that was a quote or something that Stallone had written down.
Okay.
Before he had written the script.
Oh, really?
So it was one of those, like, he was just waiting for the right script to put it in. Yeah. I mean, I feel like that was it's Cobra, man. It's his persona.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yes.
You're the disease, I'm the cure.
It's a great line.
Yeah.
No, it's a really good line. But here's my problem with it, though. You lay the foundation of what he is as a character.
Yeah.
But over the course of the film, those characteristics aren't carried through.
Okay.
They're like lightened up as it goes on.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's used as a point in their storytelling of him maybe becoming quote unquote vulnerable with Ingrid.
Sure.
If that's what that's supposed to be, or if it was just, lackadaisical with regard to the character development all the way through.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that, yes, it's a badass line and it's like really appropriate to the character. But you don't see that vibe or that attitude really heightened as the movie goes along. And it has a little bit here and there, but overall, not really.
Yeah. Maybe they should have stayed true more to that persona.
Yes.
And then further in lighten.
Yes.
With his interaction with her, maybe.
Yes. I wouldn't have lightened him up as much as they did early on. Not until after they got on the road to get her out of town.
Yeah.
You know,
like in the hospital room, that interview and stuff like that he probably should have stayed a little more intense.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were trying to create a quote unquote playful vibe between him and Gonzalez.
Sure. But
it works. See, here's the thing though, that works though.
That scene did work. Yeah.
Well, like the rooftop when they go and meet up and they're like, hey, do your thing or whatever, and they're having that back and forth. Like
when he said you're too violent or something like that.
Yeah. Look, I bought into those two characters interacting as partners or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought they worked. I thought they worked really well.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You just can't. The way he comes on, the way Cobra is presented, it's not that.
Yeah.
Like he comes on, he's bad. He's badass.
Yeah.
All right. It's like, all right, cool. But then the character is like something else.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie past that.
Yeah.
It's not that it's a bad thing. It's just
they probably should have kept a little more edge.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot more edge.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, nitpick.
Okay. What do you think of the soundtrack? That's 80s.
Well, I mean,
all around. So
I mean, you got the 80s style music or whatever. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
If a lot of it fit, actually, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I actually dug some of the more intense music that they used, like when Night Stalker's out at night. When they're in the van, when they're going through the warehouse there at the end, and all that stuff. Like the accompanying score.
Yeah.
Was very fitting for the film.
Yeah.
It helped create that vibe.
It definitely created more of a tension. In those moments.
Well, you got to have it too. I mean, especially when you're dealing with like the villain that you're dealing with,
right?
You know, because he's sadistic.
Yeah.
The whole group of them, they're all sadistic.
Yeah.
You know, so it makes sense. I do kind of wish that they had played up more of this whole idea of the new world. You know what I mean?
Like more of their philosophy.
Yeah. Like I wish they had kind of dove more into that and played up more into that. Like it would have been good, I think, if when they were doing some of the killings, like if they,
leaving a symbol or something.
Yeah, well, they had the one symbol, but I think that's more like
their tattoo.
It's their tattoo, and they have it at their place. But like leaving it out for the cops to see it or something like that, or like a manifesto or something like that, to where it just kind of starts. I mean, already the public is on edge, wondering what is happening here with this Night Stalker killing. But then like put something out there to kind of like elevate that tension within the public.
Yeah.
And then it puts the police more on their heels trying to figure out what they're doing. Because at that point right now, Cobra, he's got theories, he's got ideas, but no one's believing it
because they don't have any reason to believe that there's multiple people involved, right?
Yeah. It would have been good within the storytelling to create more drama and more tension around that to heighten it. That way, whenever you're building towards the end and they have that final face-off, like
when you have all of this gang rolling into town.
Well, when you have the gang rolling into town, taking them all out, and then they all get cornered in the little factory warehouse thing or whatever, and when the main villain is face to face with Cobra, and they're having that back and forth, and he just keeps calling him pig.
We are the future.
No. Your history.
You won't do it, pig. You won't shoot. Murder is against the law. You have to take me in. If you can. Even I have rights. Don't I, pig? The court is civilized, isn't it, pig?
But I'm not.
I think if you had done more with that character to create the tension with the police and then make the awareness in the public heightened, I think that interaction would have been way more intense.
Yeah. What did you think about that last scene, just in general? Because, I mean, the guy that plays the villain, his name is Brian Thompson.
Right.
I think I was looking, he apparently was in, like, the original Mortal Kombat movie.
He was in the second Mortal Kombat movie.
Okay.
He was in Mortal Kombat 2. He actually played Shao Kahn.
Yes. And I think he's had a couple roles and stuff, like on Star Trek, like Deep Space Nine and stuff like that. As a Klingon or something. But and he's had a few other roles and stuff.
He's one of those bit actors that just kind of pops up here and there kind of thing.
He didn't have a lot of speaking.
No.
Until the end.
Yeah.
And even then, it was very limited, right?
Well, he has a very powerful voice. It's a uniquely deep voice. And so I think trying to saddle him with a ton of dialogue wouldn't do him justice, just because like his voice, hearing a long monologue out of that voice wouldn't make sense for a film like this.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, it wouldn't fit the character.
Right.
Right. So that build up to that, and even the end fight scene, what was your thoughts on all of that?
I mean, it was good. You know, I mean, it's a cat and mouse kind of thing, but I was picking up Rambo vibes big time with the way Cobra was taking the guys out, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was pretty good. My only gripe about the final thing, and I thought they did it okay to a point, was what they did with the girl, the cop who was the mole.
Yeah.
I think they could have used her better.
Right.
Plus the fact that they didn't put Ingrid in much peril at the end. Now, she was in peril from the time they had the shootout at like the little hotel or the little motel or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the chase, and then getting there and going through the orange grove and then working their way to the factory. They did a lot of good suspense building with that. But then once you're in the factory, it was literally all Cobra.
Yeah.
So they should have put her in more danger.
Yeah.
Created more tension with that.
Yeah.
Have her interacting more with the woman.
It could have almost been where he, or the Night Stalker had her, and Cobra has the dot on his head.
Yeah. You could have done something like that.
Something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
To where.
Or have the woman have Ingrid. I mean, something. I don't know. They could have done something.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I was thinking that they should have, whenever she was coming down the stairs and Ingrid was under the stairs, she should have grabbed her legs and tripped her. Yeah. And then they have a scuffle back and forth, but then the woman gets the advantage on Ingrid.
Yeah.
And then Cobra has to come in.
Yeah.
And then while Cobra is trying to, take her out, then the other guy comes and gets Cobra. And then it creates that tension. And then, I don't know. But I did find it kind of fitting, though, that he tries to shoot Cobra when the girl's on him, and he ends up killing the girl instead.
Yeah.
So
there's that interaction between Cobra and the Night Stalker, right?
Right.
Where he's obviously got him in his sights.
Yeah.
And they're having this dialogue, and he's like, you won't kill me, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is you're not going to do it. And when he had the reaction of, oh, he is going to kill me.
Yeah.
There's kind of that moment right before the, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Before the lady jumps out and knocks him over.
I mean, I thought they did that well, but again, they didn't do a very good. Well, let me back up. I was going to say they didn't do a very good job. They did an okay job, but they could have done it better.
Sure.
I made a note. It was actually my second note: rights versus what's right.
Yeah.
And they did it with that opening scene with the reporter.
Viewers have a right to know what makes a policeman a judge and a jury. People have rights.
Rights? You think a maniac who just blew a kid's heart out for nothing should have rights?
That doesn't concern you, and no matter what you think, people are entitled to protection by the law.
You tell that to his family, huh?
But then you don't get anything about that again until the end when you're having that interaction between the two of them.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I think if they would have played it up with him messing or toying with the police or just doing more and like leaving a message, leaving a symbol, something like that, to where it creates that awareness. And then once you get to the end, they're having that back and forth. You've planted those seeds about, even crazy people have rights.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to that, it's a question of, do I take him into custody or do I take him out?
Yeah.
And so I think whenever it gets to that, it would have made that even better.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you were talking about notes over there. What all notes do you have? I haven't even asked you about those. So.
Well, honestly, we've pretty much covered all my notes. Only other note that I have, I put Michael Myers vibes.
Yeah.
The scene in the hospital.
Yes.
That was like Michael Myers all over it.
Yeah.
Just how he's just killing just at random.
Yeah.
He killed like 3 people in the hospital.
Yeah.
Killed the janitor, killed the nurse, and killed the patient.
Almost killed that lady in the elevator.
Yeah. Had some heavy Michael Myers vibe. It was pretty cool, like how they did it. Like the whole hospital sequence was done really well.
Yeah. So, not knowing much about the movie.
Yeah.
Except for what you saw in the beginning.
Yeah.
Going into it, it says drama action, right, on IMDb.
Yeah.
But this almost had a horror element to it, a slasher element to it.
Yeah,
right?
It's definitely got a slasher element to it. Like I would almost say that it's like a slasher crime film more than it is like a slasher drama or a crime drama.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it definitely had that slasher vibe to it.
Yeah.
They created the tone really well in the opening shot.
Yeah.
With the guys with the axes banging them together, almost like in a ritual kind of style. And then you see that kind of throughout the film.
Would you say this is actually probably more of a crime thriller?
I would say it's a crime thriller than it is a crime drama. Yeah, absolutely.
Crime
yeah,
drama.
for sure.
Yeah.
I think it potentially could have been a crime drama if some of the screenplay was streamlined a little better and they added some different points here and there and created that tension along the way, kind of like laying the breadcrumbs along to where you get to that final interaction towards the end. Yeah, I think it could have been that.
Yeah.
It had the potential to kind of blend in through like 2 or 3 different genres, really.
Yeah.
But I would say the product we have now, crime thriller, is more accurate than crime drama.
Yeah. Okay. Well, man, I don't have any other questions for you. I know that I think listeners are probably going to be like, you can tell Jim really likes this movie because he's really trying to sell Brian on it in his questioning. But, yeah, man, I guess, do you have any other notes? If not, let's hear your ranking.
You want answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
All right, Jim, well, let's see here. Aside from nitpick things here and there, conceptually, the movie's great. There's not anything glaringly wrong with the film, honestly. It's a typical 80s popcorn flick, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Are there things they could have done differently to make it way better? Oh, God, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty that they could have done, but the fact of the matter is, it's pretty terrifying in its concept, really, and the fact that it does have that real-world kind of vibe to it, So I don't really have a lot to bag on it except for the things that we've gone over.
Sure.
Yeah, I wish they would have done a few things here and there just to make it a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 4.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
I'm giving it the Tropic Thunder treatment. It's a low 4, though, just because there are things that could have been done better.
Sure.
I feel like this is one of those movies that kind of lays the groundwork for other films that are kind of like in the same vein. You know, a cop that works outside the laws, you know, right there on the fringe, willing to get his hands dirty kind of thing, a la a Dirty Harry, dealing with a sadistic killer who doesn't care at all, having a little bit of the intrigue with somebody actually working in the police, which I think they could have streamlined that and made that better. It's not a bad film. It really is not a bad film. And again, it's one of those 80s popcorn action films. I would definitely recommend this over Commando any day. Absolutely. I would watch this over Commando any day.
Yeah.
Because I feel like what you see in this film is more believable than what you see in Commando. But like Stephen A. Turner always says, Commando's a comedy.
I think Stephen A. Turner tells you that so that he can cope with your feelings about Commando.
He's deflecting. He knows my true feelings, and he's like, "Oh, just play it off. It's just a comedy."
Yeah.
No, Steve.
But he writes. He goes home and he writes in his journal about
Steve,
it.
it's okay.
It's
all
okay.
Right? It's okay. We know you love it. It's not a comedy. It's a travesty. Is what it is.
It's a tragedy.
It's a Greek comedy.
Okay, so a low 4.
Yeah.
So since you're kind of, I know that we normally don't do this, but did you have any recommendations? I know we normally do.
Yeah,
4
we
and
normally
under,
don't.
But since you said it's kind of low, and there's some things, did you have anything that would be comparable to this?
There's a movie that, I normally don't do these unless it's a 3 or 2 or a 1, but the only other movie that I can really think of that kind of would fall in the same vein of a cop dealing with someone who is a menace to the public and just like, let me just go do my own thing. There's a Steven Seagal movie, oddly enough, called Out for Justice.
Yeah.
And it's basically the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're not dealing with a serial killer. This guy's more of like kind of I wouldn't say mob, but he's just he's just like a crime lord kind of guy, you know? Yeah. And, deals in drugs and deals in racketeering and crap like that. And he's just a overall menace to the public.
Yeah.
And Seagal plays a detective who is known to just work up to maybe step over that line with regard to justice.
Sure.
And he takes it upon himself to go and track this guy down. So I would not recommend watching Out for Justice over Cobra.
Sure.
I would watch Cobra over Out for Justice, but Out for Justice does have a few things here and there that are really good, but then it has some other stuff that's just like, okay, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I will say, if you do watch Out for Justice, watch it for the pool hall scene.
Okay.
The pool hall scene is classic Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
If you just want to see Steven Seagal not being the Steven Seagal of now, but seeing him be the Steven Seagal of old, the pool hall scene in Out for Justice is classic Steven Seagal.
Yeah. And that was an 80s movie too, wasn't it?
I believe it was. It was either late 80s or it might have even been early 90s.
Okay.
It was in that fringe when he was still pumping out some relatively decent films.
So that'd be like a good guys' night if you wanted to do a double feature.
Dude night, get you a pizza,
double feature, and
get you some popcorn, some brewskis, have the boys over,
Yep.
Maybe get drunk, eat some pizza rolls.
There you go.
Sure ain't no Hurricane Heist.
You're never going to be able to live that
Never.
Penny! Ow! Ow! You tell your brother I'm gonna cut off his head and piss down his throat. Fuck you! Hey. Anybody seen Richie? Huh? I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
All right. A number 4.
Yep. Low 4, but still, relatively decent film, especially if you're talking the 80s.
I don't know. You may have to put a disclaimer, not for you, but for me on this back half here. We might tag team an ass whooping here.
Oh,
we'll
yeah?
See. So, Brian,
yeah,
you ready to take on the world?
I think you're ready to take on the world.
Brian takes on the world.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. May God have mercy on your soul.
You're all gonna die!
IMDb, easy for me to say.
What a douche.
2 thumbs up?
I don't know, Jim. I don't know. I'm scared, man. I'm scared.
Well, the 1001 movies you must see before you die.
There's no way in hell it's in there.
It's
Jim.
not in there.
If frickin'
It's not in there.
First Blood wasn't in there.
No, it's
Stallone.
It's not, yeah.
Why the hell would Cobra be in there?
Yeah, it's not in there.
Yeah.
I will say, we talk about the Amazon links and stuff in the show notes. I know you'll talk about that here in a minute, but that's one thing. I have been putting that book in each of the show notes, even if it's not mentioned.
Why?
Well, it's more so if people are interested to get one, you can buy it through that link, and then it supports us. So
there you go.
That's really the only reason I'm putting it on there. So IMDb.
Yeah.
I was so mad writing this stuff down. I'm just going to tell you that. You know that. You heard me cussing before we started recording.
You were very fired up before we got to this back half.
So I'm going to try to be good. All right. IMDb.
Yeah.
Gave it a 5.8 out of 10.
I don't think it's a 5.8 out of 10. Maybe a 6.5, but not a 5.8. Come on. It's not that bad.
Metacritic.
Oh, the auteurs.
You just want to take a stab at what you think it might be?
Oh, God. It's probably like 12%.
Okay. It's not that bad.
Okay.
They gave it a 25.
That's still pretty bad. It's not that bad a movie.
Yeah.
It's not a 25% movie.
That's a dog shit score.
That is a horrible score. No, it is not a 25%. God. Okay, look. I get it. You're looking for, artistic expression through cinema. I get it. Okay, fine. You can do that, but
it's a 1986 crime thriller.
Know your product. Okay, know your product. It's a 1986 crime thriller starring Sylvester Stallone at the height of his badass reaction roles.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's not
judge accordingly.
It's not a 25%.
Right.
Okay, Metacritic, I would give it 63, 64%.
Yeah.
It's not a 25%.
Yeah.
That's just stupid.
Well, buckle up, Buttercup.
Okay.
The tomato meter.
Yeah.
Gave it an 18%.
That's just stupid. That's stupid. It's not that bad of a movie. It's not an 18% film. Don't listen to that. That is no.
Well, the audience score gave it 43%.
They just didn't like it, I guess, but it's still low.
I agree.
It's still low. I'm trying to understand, here's the thing. When we watched Commando, I know Commando, Stephen A. Turner is just like, God damn it. When we watched Commando, there was a certain expectation of action. And it delivered on action, but it was all the other stupidity in it that brought it down.
Right.
Cobra, Stallone, 80s, crime. You already know what you're getting into when you go into it, okay?
Right. Yeah.
Just don't fuck it up.
Right.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Right? They didn't.
Yeah.
Are there things that they could do better? Sure.
Yeah.
That's a lot of movies. But did they just totally drive it out to the middle of a cornfield and shoot it in the back of the head? No. It's not that bad of a movie.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah.
There are much, much worse films than Cobra.
Yeah.
That have scored better than Cobra. Yeah. And I think that is ridiculous.
Yeah. Roger Ebert.
Yeah, man. 4 stars all the way.
I couldn't find anything on Roger Ebert's website for it. So
okay.
I did find a little YouTube clip of somebody did a mashup.
Right.
So I think it was when Ebert was at the height with him and Siskel on TV.
Gotcha.
So I think there may be something out there of that.
You didn't scroll through it to see what they...
It was one of those, because the way the mashup was, it was kind of like the film, and then every once in a while they had a few bits and pieces from them, but I didn't really go hard with that, so... I really don't have anything to say with Roger on this one.
We're going to say that's a 4 star.
So it's, it's a 4 star. 2 thumbs up, totally.
Let's just assume that if Ebert didn't do it, we'll just go ahead and assume 2.5. How about that? That's fair.
Yeah.
2.5. He doesn't give a review, automatic 2.5, which
go.
is more than fair on Ebert's scale for Cobra. So 2.5.
Well good job, Ebert.
Good job, Ebert. Good job.
Trying hard to love you, man. So,
All right, man. Well, this has been fun. Had a lot of fun with this one, taking you down memory lane, so to speak. Kind of reigniting the memory I have of that scary-ass dude from Cobra.
Right.
I could have done without that, but hey, we got it done, and it's all good. It's all good. All right, gotta get ready for the next episode, Jim, and the way that we do that is I give you some new categories. Are you ready for your new categories, sir?
I hope so.
Okay, here we go. First up, Jim Carrey
Ooh.
Oh, he says. Second, Gene Hackman.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And your last category, Clint Eastwood Westerns. How fitting. We talk about Dirty Harry on this episode. And one of the categories is Clint Eastwood Westerns.
I like how you just put that little cherry over there on the top.
I do.
Me.
I do what I do, Jim. I do what I do.
You're like, not just Clint Eastwood, but Westerns.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that I was binging Westerns.
You were there
a
on a Western kick there for a while. And so, Jim Carrey, Gene Hackman, Clint Eastwood Westerns. Make your selection, sir.
All right, here's the thing.
Yep.
They all three are excellent choices.
I thought so, too.
But I'm going to have to go with my dude.
Which one? They're all pretty awesome.
I'm going to have to go... Talking about nostalgia with Cobra here.
Okay.
This guy has shaped a lot of my middle childhood, young adulthood.
Carrot Top.
What the hell did you just say?
We can talk about it maybe next week, but I want to do Jim Carrey.
All right.
Let's do the Jim Carrey category.
Jim Carrey it is. This should be interesting.
I'm probably going to regret this decision.
Probably so. Are you ready?
Yes.
From the Jim Carrey category, here are your selections. First up, The Mask.
Shut up. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me take a breath.
Let me take a breath.
The Mask.
Yep. Second, Bruce Almighty. The last one, Me, Myself, and Irene. You're just like, whatever.
Those are manageable. Those are manageable,
he says. It doesn't sound like it.
They were not the big one. They're all big. Those are all big deals. But it wasn't my babies, so we're all right. It wasn't Dumb and Dumber or Ace Ventura, so
that you know of.
One or two.
That you know of.
The others are still a big deal, but I can... Okay. All right. I'm excited.
You're excited?
I'm excited. Okay. Regardless, I'm down.
All right.
Down to clown. It's going to be fun.
So that's what we're going to do on the next episode of the Dude What Movie Review Podcast. I want to thank you guys for tuning in this week on our fun little ride here, covering Dang Stallone. And on the next episode, we're going to cover Dang Jim Carrey. As always, you can find everything that is Dude What related at dudewhatpod.com. We have everything over there that is Dude What related. I mean, blogs. We talked about it earlier with Bob Odenkirk. Nobody wrote a review for that. I think we're going to link to that as well. I believe I have one final thought written for Dirty Harry, so we'll link to that as well. We got a lot of things we can link back to, but you got to check it all out on dudewhatpod.com because there's a lot of cool stuff over there. And one important thing that you need to know that's over there, I mean, it's right there in the distance, Jim. You can almost see it, smell it, and hear it, and feel it, can't you?
It almost smells like pumpkin spice.
Oh my God, he said it, ladies and gentlemen. He said it. Pumpkin spice lattes, your Ugg boots, your flannel vests. The time is upon us, Jim. It is getting here. It's going to be here before you know it.
Pretty soon.
The holiday season is going to be approaching here really, really shortly. And obviously, we here on the show, we go into our holiday season as a part of that. You know, we got our regular season 2, where we've tried harder. We really have tried harder.
We have. May not feel like it.
It doesn't feel like it, but we have tried. Believe me, there are forces working against us every day. But season 2 is going to be coming to an end here real soon. And that means we're going to be rolling right into our holiday season. Now, Jim and I are going to try. We're going to really try, because that's the theme of this year, that and D&D. We're going to try harder this holiday season to pump out some more content on the stream. We're talking Dude Director's Cuts. We're talking side tables. Maybe a standalone Jim's homework assignment for the film Dutch. Got to get the movie Dutch done for Thanksgiving, because that's a great movie to accompany with Thanksgiving. And we will probably relink or maybe even re-release our first Thanksgiving special where we actually covered the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun if we can get that re-released and on the feed for you guys to listen, because we had a lot of fun on that episode, Jim.
We did.
That was great.
We did.
But you can get prepared in the meantime for our holiday season by listening to our holiday specials on the website. dudewhatpod.com/specials. Got Halloween, got Thanksgiving, we got Christmas, we've got St. Patrick's Day. We have tons and tons of content on the website for you guys to listen to and get yourself ready and in that holiday spirit for the holiday specials that are coming down the road. So that is something that you should definitely check out for sure. We are on all the social media platforms, obviously, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just search for Dude What Podcast or at Dude What Pod. Really easy to find us. Jim has made it super easy. We have show notes, Jim. You know this because you do them.
That's true.
Said it earlier, halfway down the show notes, we have the What's in the Box for this episode, and it has the 3 movies that were a part of the Dang Stallone category. And you can click on those links and follow to Amazon and get your movies, get them picked up there. But you can also follow any other links that are in the show notes as well, that some of those will probably lead you back to Amazon for sure. If you're going to buy anything, you're going to do some shopping, just follow through our links. Go on there, get your shopping done, doesn't charge you any extra, and it gives us a little bit of a kickback if it's an eligible purchase. Yep. You know, it's just a way for you to help support the show. It's really simple, really fun, and it helps us on the back end. Also, links in the show notes for Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Love, love, love Cherry Poppin' Daddies. Go check out their stuff on Spotify. Follow them on there and listen to all their music on there. I've talked about Brown Derby Jump I don't know how many times. I love that song. It's freaking great. Of course, Dr. Bones is the show song that kicks us off every episode. But they have some other great songs on there. Ding Dong Daddy of the D-Car Line. What a great song. Holy crap, that's a great song. Of course, Zoot Suit Riot. Everyone knows Zoot Suit Riot. Jesus. I mean, everyone knows that song.
Well,
but
I was listening on the way here. I was actually listening to the Lifeboat Mutiny.
There you go.
Which is on there. Mr. White Keys.
Mr. White Keys. Great song.
Heck, they even have a Fly Me to the Moon version. You know, like, I don't know. I was listening to all that on the way here this morning. So
they have some great music.
Yeah.
Definitely go check them out. Show them some love. And, you know, just let them know, hey, we heard about you guys on Dude What? And it'll be a lot of fun there. If you guys want to email us and get in touch with us, one of the easiest ways that you can do that, aside from social media, is in our show notes at the very bottom. Hey, you guys at dudewhatpod.com. There's a link for that. Drop us some lines, ask us some questions. You know, give us your opinions of Cobra. Give us your opinions of Cobra versus Dirty Harry. Gary Saylor, I'm talking to you.
There you go.
Because I know you're a Dirty Harry fan, and I want to get your thoughts on Cobra.
I bet he's seen Cobra, too.
I guarantee you he's seen Cobra.
Yeah.
I would love to see Gary Saylor cosplay as Cobra at Halloween. That would be fantastic.
That would be amazing.
I think we need to make that happen.
We need to have a Halloween party.
We do. And we all need to dress up as characters from films that I've covered.
That would cover a lot of ground.
So, all you guys that are on Facebook in a little thing called All Access. You need to start getting prepared for the Dude What Halloween costume party. Pick out your character from whatever film that we covered. You know, All Access is a fun little group that we have on Facebook where like-minded individuals who are fans of the show get together and just talk about cool things like a costume party. Damn it. That's a good idea.
I think so.
We've had some really good ideas to come out of the All Access thing. The Tri-Lam thing, a costume party, the Gary Saylor bar mitzvah. Okay, we didn't do that. No, there's nothing like that. We don't do anything like that. But there are fun things and fun times to be had in All Access for sure. Jim, I got nothing else, man. I think we've covered everything. We've had a fun episode. I think it's time for us to get on out of here. You got anything else for me, man?
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, it's my birthday. Thanks, man.
I don't know if I mentioned that earlier.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just another day.
That's all I got, man.
Cool. We will see you guys in a couple weeks whenever we cover a Jim Carrey film that I've never seen, that I most definitely should have already seen. We'll see you guys.
Bye, guys. Trying to decide which one to start with.
Is it a documentary?
I've got some in my list here still we've yet to talk about.
Is it a documentary about a Western?
Where they play D&D in between gunfights? That's our first blockbuster right there, man.
I'm going to roll this nat 20, but first, I'm going to shoot you dead like a dog.
Shoot your eye out.
Now that I think about it, it sounds pretty awesome.
Give it about a year or so, and Mel Gibson to make a movie about it.
Oh, I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Yep.
We'll talk more about that on our Christmas special.
Yeah, no shit. Thief. He's a thief.
Fat man.
He's a stupid thief. He's a thief. Anyway, all right. So what do you got?